All right, let's do it. Three, two, one. Hey, what is up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of the Mzansi Nerds Plus podcast. As Mr. Tevelokala over there is doing Tatsumaki Senpukiyaku in his chair.
Hi.
I am your host, Bugmeister Cool, twice the nice that you're used to, Mr. Blemson. You can find me on Meister Geek Media and Bugmeister Cool X. Those are my two YouTube channels. Meister Man Music is my third YouTube channel. Recast T'Challa campaign still ongoing. Please make sure to go like, share, and subscribe. We've just hit 14K on Black Panther versus the Super Skrull. So views are still climbing over there. Please go check that out and all of that good stuff. Black Panther versus Kang on Tapas. I got a one shot of Fist of Alkebulan coming out pretty soon ish. And yeah, Fist of Alkebulan also on Webtoons, Neon Wave on Webtoons. That's all my stuff. And then I'm here with Mr. Tebelochala, the Golden Dragon. And
Yes.
he has KC Media, which is his YouTube channel. And on KC Media, there's about 3 podcasts that are going right now. So you must go
It's
check
it,
out.
it
Yeah, it's
it's a
3.
podcast, an interview, and a comic breakdown.
Make it simple. Make it simple, Chief. You know, people don't
Mm.
want to hear lots of words.
The podcasts are becoming the web podcast is becoming more and more notorious right now. Gonna have to start using different catchphrases.
Oh, okay.
We aren't typical podcasters. We're
Oh
not like
God.
the other guys. No.
Oh God. It's the
You'll
same
never
thing
ask,
happen. So what's happening to podcasting is what happened to YouTube. Oh God.
yeah.
Being a YouTuber.
You,
Holy.
you'll never hear us talking about a high value female.
Okay. Yeah. Anyway, it's not that you got the Nerdgasm podcast where we break down stuff like this anime, but it's not always the mainstream stuff that you'll see here on the Mzansi Nerds Plus podcast. You get other shenanigans going on, and then also we have the Geek Spot where we
Yeah.
take creatives and we interview them and we find out about their process. And sometimes it's not even creative. Sometimes it's a person who's in a professional field, but they're also a nerd at heart, and we see how their nerddom impacts their professional life. It's a lot of fun. And then also we have the Let's Ink About It show where we take comic book work and we break it down and we see what they're doing with their style and their style of storytelling and the themes and the things that they introduce within the story, and we
Mm.
see how they come to the certain decisions that they make artistically within a story. It's a lot of fun. We are breaking down my work currently. 3 episodes are out. I believe it's 3 more, and then that's going to be it for Black Panther versus Kang. So make sure to like, share, and subscribe over there, and all of that good stuff. Cam right now is dealing with the X Mention. Magneto is back. Professor X has to go and calm down, Eric,
You
for
know?
the 50th time. So
Relax, boy. It
yeah,
ain't that deep. It's always that deep.
it's like, Eric, you can't destroy everybody, Eric. I must, Charles. They're in that, and everybody in the X-Men and everybody in the Brotherhood of Evil Mutants is just like, oh my god, not this
Get a
again.
rope or something. Come on. Oh, funny enough, did you see the what was that useless that okay, it's not useless. Was that interesting show about the about Homelander again? What is it called
Oh,
again?
the boys.
Yeah, the final season has come out.
It's finished filming, but they've only released 2 episodes. They're going to release them weekly. So people are speculating it's going to
Yeah.
end like the comic book. Other people are speculating that they're going to do a different thing because they've deviated from the source material. I just need, I just need one thing to happen.
Homelander
Because,
should die.
yeah, obvious. Well, I mean, he does in the book, so that's what they're speculating. But I'm saying the 2 things I need to happen, or the one thing I need to happen is, spoiler alert for anybody who's not read that book,
La la
because
la
you
la la
probably
la cover
won't.
your ears, kids. Yeah,
I
yeah,
mean, I don't know
so
if you care, because I don't think you care about that type of material anyway. Um,
after what we talked about on
I
after
mean, it
what we
kind
talked
of,
about yesterday.
it's weird. It's kind of an optimistic, and it's so weird. It's kind of an optimistic
Mhm.
ending in the comic book, kind of, I guess, if you like particular characters or whatever. But
Yeah.
what's this? Long story short, Mother's Milk yeah, he gets taken out by Butcher in the comic book. Like just like Butcher loses it and he starts killing people left and right. I think he even kills Frenchie and
Wow,
Kimiko. I think it's
I was
because
surprised.
he's trying to get rid of all the superpowered stuff. So Butcher just
Yeah.
decides to like nuke anybody that might have powers or whatever, and then he also gets nuked himself in the end. And then the people who survive is Huey and Starlight, who go on to get married or whatever the hell. So if they're going with the comic book, that's the comic book ending, and I guess if you like Huey and
Spoilers for.
Starlight, great for you. But yeah, you like anybody else, and I Mother's Milk in the comic book and also in the show is a pretty developed character. So if they're deviating from the show, which I mean deviating from the books, which they have, they very much deviated from the books. Yeah, I need the only black dude who's like part of the main cast to survive because the other one just got clapped now. And
Ah,
who's also a race swap, by the way, because A Train in the book is white. But anyway,
surprise, surprise again.
I,
Um,
I read that. I read that out of curiosity, and I was just like, I did not have a good time with the story. This is
well, it's designed for that. Okay, I want to say before I start saying controversial things and get myself cancelled in another show. I mean, we really tried our best yesterday.
oh my god.
Let's calm down.
Well, yesterday was your show. Imagine Kim comes back and he's like, "Why is everything on fire?"
Who killed him?
It's that Community meme where it's Donald Glover with the pizza and everybody's fist
What?
fighting in the corner and the office is
Yeah,
on fire.
like what happened?
Anyway, yeah, I'm not also like I kind of fell off with that show simply
Yeah,
because I think it's a bit too
yeah.
much for me now, and I'm
I'm
kind of losing the point of it.
I'm at the age where I realize that things are not designed for me anymore. So if I don't enjoy something, I'm not going to waste my time in it.
Yeah,
So
I'll probably just Google.
I
I might Google the ending. Also, like there's storylines that they're taking and like stretching out, and it's just like this was a quick
yeah
thing in the book. Now this is a whole plot point, which I guess it's good to expound upon that. But it's just like I'm not finding this entertaining, so I'm
yeah. So
good.
the what's the word I was looking for? They're trying to like they're catering to a different market group, and I'm not part of it. So whenever I see
Yeah,
something like that, like oh, it's not for me.
yeah.
It
That's
maybe
how
it
that's how I felt about Game of Thrones. Honestly, like as soon as I found out that there was like like mutilation and like torture scenes where people are getting things chopped off and etc., and I was just like, you know what, this is not my jam.
no, I,
Okay.
somebody said, "Oh no, it's going to be something as good as Lord of the Rings." So I saw episode one, and the moment I saw Twincest, I was like, "No,
that
thank you, but
that
no."
almost took me out, but
That
but
that
what's the why am I forgetting it? Peter Dinklage, his character, I forget, Tywin Lannister or whatever.
Tyrion,
Tyrion.
uh,
Yeah,
is
Tyrion
it
kept me
Tyrion?
there, and then Ned Stark also kept me there. But then when they beheaded Ned Stark, I was just like, oh, clearly I'm not the
Yeah,
audience here.
I'm not the audience, yes. So I saw it from there because remember one, it's one is Twincest, two it's heteronormative Twincest, so uh,
Well, any version of Twincest, I think,
it's disgusting.
but yeah,
Sorry, I don't get what you.
yeah.
I'm sorry, I
The
don't get
only
it.
reason they got away with it in Game of Thrones is because those people are good looking. Let them have just been 1 degree ugly, the whole internet would
It's
have vomited.
it's the Twincest. I don't care. I don't get the step siblings. I don't get
If they're
the
not,
step
they're
parents kids.
direct.
No,
And
no,
then and then
I'm talking about the fetishes as a whole. I don't
uh,
get them. I don't look, I'm not in the business of jacking someone's yam, I guess, but there comes a point where you need to ask yourselves, does it why does it tickle that part of you? What's going on there? I mean, don't judge, but at least scrutinize. Give yourself space to.
No,
And aspects of
hey,
why.
no, I like everybody that was like, I remember when they made Jon Snow and Daenerys kiss or whatever the hell, and I was just like, anybody
Until
that's cheering this on, you are insane.
auntie,
No, no,
auntie
no,
nephew,
no, 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 no. What the hell? And then they go, well, it was the times, bro. I was like, I don't care.
then we get to what got a House of the Dragon, and we are now
Oh,
having
the hawk. No, this
Mamsest.
is the thing that killed me. With the Daenerys and John, everybody was just like, oh yes. And then when it came to the mom, people were just like, whoa. And I was like, it's literally 1 degree of separation. It's the same thing. Why was that one okay?
Why? We have got to.
Oh my, okay, wait. Attack on Titan. Holy crap.
Yes, thank you. My apologies.
Oh my god, we went left.
We survived.
So sorry, Kim. I'm supposed to be watching the channel as you're not here. Anyway,
You know,
episode 1 of Attack on Titan. I forgot what the name of the episode is. But anyway, this is where we open up and we find out about, they do the narration of the story to get you to understand what's the goal, what the world is like and everything. And that's one thing that this show does really well, is it does logistics very well. You always understand where everybody is and what everybody's doing.
Yeah.
In Attack on Titan. So I'll definitely, I mean, when we get closer towards the end of this series as a whole, you start getting lost in the source a little bit. But especially in the beginning. Yeah. So
I
this one,
also want to say,
yeah.
yeah, like I'll be the first open disclosure. Attack on Titan has never been really my cup of tea. Like I mentioned, I'm not into doom and gloom type of stories. And but when I looked at the timing of this particular show, when it became big, season 1 of first released, and the ratio to what was going on at that time, it
Probably, yeah.
makes sense why it became big. Season 1 dropped in 2013, which is 2 years after the tsunami and the earthquake in Japan. And you could see the more catharsis. It's not a catharsis, but it's more like I don't know.
No, remember we discussed this as well when we were filming when we were doing Nerdgasm yesterday, the filler arc.
Yes,
It's that expression of I guess it's that artistic expression of either apathy or grief, or you know like
it's
it's a very dark time, and in that dark
yeah,
time there's certain people, like it like, for example, right, we had Tolkien, who took the grief of World War I and turned that into Lord of the Rings. And then we have the I forget the name of the guy who wrote Dune. He took the grief
Frank.
of Frank. He took the grief of World War II and he created Dune or whatever.
Yes.
And he took a more, I would say, cynical approach, even though he was trying to get people to start buying into individualism again and all of that stuff. But he took a very cynical approach to it. I think what happened is, because Isayama also said that he was like suffering from depression as he was writing this thing, and it's prevalent within the writing, obviously. But yeah, I think after that particular earthquake and tsunami and everything, and all of that stuff.
So
Yeah.
so what I wanted to say is that you see, the thing that I think what they wanted, what made it very attractive at the time was it served more of an outlet. It's hard to cast your blame on a phenomenon or force of nature. Sure, I know it's dark, guys, but bear with me. Uh, Earthquakes are natural events that happen and cause devastating loss of lives. It's painful, but it adds a sense of relief when you can target something or someone to blame. So Attack on Titan gave the illusion of this calamity isn't just happening. Those are titans attacking us. We are cattle living in this scenario. We are we are basically livestock, but this bad person is doing things. These bad people are doing things to us. It's not necessarily shit happens, which has a sense of, I don't know, an outlet to vent, I think, something to blame.
Mm.
Yeah, that's what I'm
which
trying
is
to feel.
which
I'm
is
not.
very which is I sometimes I would say that's a very dangerous
Yeah.
mode of thinking. I think taking stuff as it comes is just, I think, healthier overall. And I mean, also when it comes to natural disasters, a lot of governments of the world, I mean, I don't know, but I just think, I think like a lot of the ways governments will spend money, and it goes from
Mm,
country to country or whatever, the money never goes where it should go. And then when you know that there's stuff like this happening, you could better prepare for it or whatever. I know
mm,
Japan, and then I know they have buildings with foundations that are meant to withstand earthquakes and all of those things. But you always, I don't know, I always feel like they could do.
look,
And again, I'm
look,
not trying to speak on another country's politics or whatever. You'll correct me in the comment section down below. But I just
yeah,
think, in general, when we see how the world is run, it's not people prioritized. So when
yeah.
these natural disasters happen, it feels like they could have been mitigated more if governments were more focused on, putting people where people need to be, versus, we have to make the money and the things, and we have to build the biggest cities,
Mm.
and etc. etc. But that's just
Look,
a
my
supposition of mine.
yeah,
It's not. Don't take it as basis of fact, or Buckmeister knows what he's talking about. I'm sure somebody will correct me somewhere. That's just a gut feeling I have
yeah.
in general.
I stand to be corrected, but like I said, what I do know is the natural disasters, the earthquake and the tsunami was a natural man-made thing. The power plant overloading and exploding is definitely a man-made created issue as a
Mm,
result from the one thing. So there are two problems that happened. And more often than not, the lack of people, like you're mentioning, the lack of governments preparing for such events leads to a man-made disaster, which we get to see in season in basically the first episode of Attack on Titan. We see the bigger calamity happen, the Titans attack and everything and then there is a man-made disaster that follows right afterwards, which
yeah.
results which results with having to do something quite literally horrible if you put it in paper.
Mm. Okay, but
There's no
anyway,
way you
let's
could
go.
explain
Let's
it.
go. Let's go to
So,
episode one. So episode one, we open up. Aaron is having a dream. Um. Uh. I don't know anybody who's not seen Attack on Titan at this point, so we might be doing spoilers. But anyway, this is
at this point, you don't want to watch it. 2013.
it's 2026.
Dudes,
It's like
it's like people going like spoilers when I tell them, oh, Darth Vader, Luke's Darth Vader said, Luke is the son of Darth Vader. Shh, spoilers. 1977.
Oh my god.
So,
Anywho, so anyway,
after 10 years, our
yeah, so I think Aaron is, if I remember correctly, Aaron was sleeping under a tree and he was having a vision. This is in the theories, or in the fan theories, I think people are saying this is when he time travels the first time. When we get to that time travel bit, when we get to it, I'll tell you now, that is one of the most confusing elements of this
yeah,
entire franchise. And to me, I
because
it still doesn't make sense, but we'll get to it when we
mm,
get there. Anyway, so
because it starts with him. Okay. Well, one fun fact that you see the way I checked that, I completely forgot that Mikasa and Eren are related.
no, they're not related. She's adopted.
Oh, oh, she's
Um,
adopted, but still.
yeah,
Uh,
because
I completely forgot that she basically she's been the day one. It's him and I mean,
and the way people are comparing her to Sakura, well, actually, you know what, ne? No, here's the thing, ne? Here's the thing. When we get to the end of the series, totally, yes,
okay, okay.
yeah. When we get to the end of the series, yes. But at this point, I remember at the time, at this point, oh,
I was like,
at about season two to
how?
season three, and I was just like, really?
I
Because
don't see it
yeah,
yet.
But then when we get to the I was like, oh, okay. But
Yeah,
yeah, because this series does her dirty.
oof. Yeah.
But
So
we'll get to it. But anyway, she wakes him up and then tells him that he has to go to the house. I think they're having lunch or
no, no.
something.
It's first she's like, "Why are you crying?"
Oh
And
yeah.
once again, it's one of those maybe because the manga has gone ahead. But if it was written in I haven't read the manga, so I don't know. So if I was crying in the manga as well, the author must have had clairvoyance because he must have known where the story was going.
Mm,
And it's a nice subtle foreshadowing. I think maybe for people watching it for the first time, it's as if like you're sensing an impending disaster.
mhm.
Just trying to give that, oh, something bad's gonna happen, but we can't put it into words, a subtle tickle at the back of your throat. Um, but oh, from the get-go, boy, Aaron was an insufferable brat. Damn it.
This is actually my favorite version of him. I
Oh,
actually
hi.
I really liked this version of him personally. Like when we get to like for me, he becomes insufferable when we get to the later seasons and like things shift and whatever the hell. Because I then
Mm,
he's wishy-washy, but at least here he's very clear on what he's trying to do, and like the story will always punish him for trying to bite off more than he can chew, and he doesn't get it through his skull that you can't chew this, big dog. You just can't.
no. What enrages, yeah, you can't choose the but boy, is he such a brat.
Yeah, but I mean, to be
Like
fair, I'm just like, he's like 9 in a society where everybody kind of sucks, so I'm like,
it's a
okay.
it's a society where everybody kind of sucks, true. It's also a society where yeah, if you keep on being above, but expect the clap. I mean,
Yeah,
at
yeah.
some point, like you're not gonna society, especially in those type of societies, they in societies where natural disasters happen like this, or where people are living in constant fear of a disaster befalling them. Um, being othered kind of hurts.
Mm.
Nobody wants to be othered. We all have to be in this together. It's group mindset. We are doing this for survival. So if there's an outlier in any form or shape, they do tend to shun them and kick them out of the group or make them or shame them in one way or another. And I see Aaron hasn't either he's too willful or you are specifically designed in a way that is going to show the basically the hypocrisy of this society. And what makes me realize what pisses me off is kid is kid is yelling about all the problems that everyone else can see. And not once is he thinking, how do I come to solve this problem? It's not fair to think of a 9-year-old that way, I guess, but I'm saying had he said, I'm gonna figure out how to make people be able to live outside of this world like unlike cattle. At that age, I might be able to incline to listen like he wants to do something to help. But all he wants to do is like, get me the hell out of here! You have nothing but cows! It's all worthless! And then go and die, it's fine. Deal.
Okay, let's continue. Yeah.
Yeah.
So then I think after this, I think this is when we get introduced to Armin. I think it's before they
Uh,
go to the house, right?
no, no, they go to the house. First, he yells at the soldiers. And then for some reason he gets tripped. He
Oh
kind of
no!
tricks them
Oh yeah,
down.
yeah, yeah. No, we see the scouts come back, ne?
Yes,
Oh,
and
side note, there was an opening where we get to see the scouts doing their mission and using their ODM gear to
yes,
slice the necks of the Titan, and then they say this is the
yeah,
power of humanity, whatever. Uh, yeah, but anyway, back to the story. Yeah, so I think we see the scout regiment come back, and then we seeing all the casualties and whatever, and everybody is like harrowed and like they're
yeah.
traumatized.
And he's the one like, let's go welcome our heroes, and the heroes are like, dude, we are tired. There's no, there's no parade.
Parade or
No,
anything. and everyone else in the crowd is just like, holy shit.
And then the one mother like, where's my baby? What's his name? Moses. Where's Moses? Oh, yeah, Moses' mom. Bring it. When I had bring it, I knew, shame. Dead.
Not
Dead to
even,
me.
I'm
Dead.
saying, but not even dead, like pieces, like not even like they brought him in a cloth or something. Like in
Yes, like that's all you could find about. That's all you could find of him. In case he died for a greater good, right? In case the soldiers are too were too tired to even lie.
you
Your child died without meaning, sweetie.
eh.
Anyway, who's next?
And then after that, that's when they go collect, and then that's when Aaron gets mad at the soldiers because I think the soldiers always say something about how they're not going out there, or the scouts are
Yeah,
fools, or they say something, they talk some
yeah.
shit about the scouts, and then Aaron loses it.
Mm.
And like you kind of feel like, like it's not that, like, you obviously Aaron is going overboard, but you're also looking at these guys like, bro, they just got back. Like, do you have to
And
talk shit now?
shut the hell up. You
like
don't know any better. Yeah,
like you haven't gone. You don't know what the hell is out there.
have you been there? Have you seen them? Have you have you fought? Look,
Like you chilling behind the walls, chief. You're relaxing out here. This is
you
this is
know,
nice times for you, but when are you a
this is combat.
uh
Yeah,
yeah, when are you a big talk anyway? So yeah, and then I think that's when
that
do
he gets
they punch
home.
him?
No,
No, I think
it's
they just walk
Mikasa.
off. I
If they
think they
walk
just
off,
yeah.
Mikasa knocks him down, and then they have to go collect. He helps collect the firewood again
Mm.
because Mikasa is basically the only one who's calling him out of his nonsense.
Yeah, where it's just like we don't have time for this. Like even if you're right,
Yeah,
we don't have time for this.
you know. So he gets home, he meets his mom. His mom was like, "Oh, you did so well, but I know full well that it was Mikasa who helped you. Your ears turn red when you lie." And then he finally admits that they went outside the wall to get this firewood for some reason, and she freaks out.
Mm.
Natural response, by the way. I
Hello,
I'm
Chichi.
not. I'm sorry. No, no, no. Chi has two superpowered nuclear weapons at home. One so happens to be her baby, and while everyone sees a living, breathing weapon and a god of war, she sees her baby. I get the protectiveness, but she can take it to an extreme. In this case, this poor woman has had. There's no sign or this kid has got some blessed protagonistic powers. Oh, he's the chosen one. Nothing. He's just some kid. And now you're learning that he's sneaking out of the wall to go get this one. I'd have been given the. Oh, it shows that they were not. It shows that these kids are not from Africa. They're hiding down there. Yo, go. Yeah. It's like everyone who really boteng hard.
Oh my
I'll
gosh.
beat the demons right out of this child. I'm sorry.
You are bewitched. You are
Yo,
bewitched.
what's that guy? And then
Kanako
he just,
Wow.
and then, and then we have the dad who's like, words will never dissuade curiosity. That's why there's a belt. If I'm at home, ask any parent, yes, if words cannot dissuade curiosity, but a threat does, because yeah, if there wasn't a more effective way to dissuade kids, we'd all have teenage pregnancies all over the world. But come 14 years and your mom looked at you like, if you bring a baby in here, you will go out into the streets and you will cook with a corner after that. I'm not raising your baby.
You. That's
Never
funny.
happened. Yeah,
Anyway,
so
so yeah, and then Aaron argues with his mom that he wants to join the scouts and he doesn't want to be cattle or whatever the hell.
yeah.
And then obviously his mom says that you are insane, you must sit down. And then his dad says that,
Ketchup, yeah.
yeah. And then his dad says that, oh yeah, I'll make sure to show you what's underneath the basement with the key and
Yes,
all of that
totally.
stuff. And then I think that's when they go out again, right?
So that's when they go and meet Armin.
Yeah, yeah. This is where they go meet Armin. And then Armin is getting picked on by some bullies or whatever the hell. And then the bullies run when they
Yes.
see Mikasa because Mikasa is the only one that has hands of the group. Everyone else is
Because
useless in a fight.
everyone's like, there's Aaron. Aaron is leading the charge. And then like, then Mikasa's doing a shinobi. Let's run.
Yeah.
She was
Do, do,
Naruto
do,
running.
do,
She was
do.
Naruto running in it. I'm like, this is the wrong universe for that type of. What are you doing, girl?
No, anytime somebody runs at you like that, you know you're about to get the meanest five-piece
Hands.
combo.
Like they took off before like I'm not ready to find out.
No, like
What she be
even
cooking.
as she was doing jutsu, like
Yes.
what's this? What was that thing Sasuke and Naruto did? Windmill clone jutsu. Because
Yeah.
she was running in Eren shadow, like they couldn't
Yes.
see until she saw
And then
the,
the Kusin is like and then she sidestep like
like she was caught into hitting a shunpo.
that's I think that's when they ran off. I don't know. I don't remember the discussion, but all I know is that's when the colossal titan attacked because flash of lightning, they all were shocked and jumped.
Sorry. Anyway, so yeah, then they save Armin, or Mikasa saves Armin, and Eren thinks that
Yes.
it's him, which is yeah. No, it wasn't, buddy. So
Even Amin was like saying they ran when they saw Mikasa, not you, Mama. You ain't the one. You are
yeah.
not the protagonist of this group. I mean, everyone's trying to tell them, like, you are not the protag. Come on.
And
And Aaron was
then
like, this is shonen. I am the protagonist.
mm,
I've made myself into one. Like,
mm.
how? Were you the chosen one?
Yeah, anyway, and then we see the colossal titan come over the wall, and that was one of the scariest shots that I've seen in an anime in a long time when I was watching it the first
And
time.
yeah, that's how it gets the colossal titan thing. I think that's the shot that started the whole meme. It's been memed to death. It's
Mm,
been referenced. It's been because it was such an iconic moment.
mm.
I mean, it really was the thing that made.
Of modern shonen,
Yeah,
I would say of like the 2013 2014 era of starting shonen or whatever, I would say
yeah,
that's the most iconic shot, I think.
yeah. I could say that. We could say that. Yes.
Yeah. It's not doing
Mm,
anything to Super Saiyan, or it's not doing anything to the Sage Mode and Shinra Tensei. No.
yeah.
Relax, Attack on Titan fans. I
No
know.
pain.
Yeah, no.
Become one with pain.
No, it's not
And
doing.
remember, I think it's also it came it I think it came shortly after the high of the Avatar, the last Airbender series was basically fading off, fizzling out.
Mm,
So we see a lot of comparisons in terms of epicness because people were still had last Airbender vibes in the back of their heads, the walls of Basing Day type of
mm,
thing.
mm. But anyway,
So
long story short,
mm,
I think in the 2013 to 2020 era, it's the most iconic shot I think of anime.
it really is.
Yeah,
So
I don't think even JJK, I don't think My Hero, I don't think Demon Slayer, I don't think any of them have ever been able to recreate a iconic shot on that scale.
I'm trying to think, and I can't imagine I had to pause and think about it. I can't.
Mm.
I'm inclined to agree because Demon Slayer does have its moments,
Yeah, it
but
does, but
yeah,
iconography, like the iconography of it is just, I think
mm,
it was like on that scale. Like
mm,
if we're taking it in comparison, it's not equivalent to the Super Saiyan moment, but it's like of that modern era, it would be equal to a Super Saiyan moment, if you get what I'm
yeah,
saying.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay, I think
Yeah.
that's a fair assessment. That is a very fair assessment.
Yeah, and then
So
it kicks the wall in, and everybody panics. A bunch of people get clapped. Yo, hate
by
to be a
rocks.
hate to be a regular person in this universe. Holy crap!
Oh,
like
okay,
you're just
first of all,
like you're just living your life, and I guess maybe that's indicative of the earthquake thing that you were talking about earlier. But yeah, you're just living your life, and now rocks are on top of you.
mm, and you never know when the walls eventually get broken through. Because
Mm,
the first thing you realize when you're watching these shows that these titles are like, yeah, high, and the wall was
mm.
so it gave the illusion that it's safe, and that's why some of the soldiers were even drunk on
Mm.
duty. And Aaron was like, "What the fuck is wrong with you?"
Which van? Because like me, I'm like, dog. If Titans
You're
are
on duty,
outside the wall, be on duty. Be ready.
but at the same time,
The way I would be so paranoid.
but at the same time, like you have when I first saw those cannons, I realized if you have cannons, it means you've got guns. If you've got guns, it means you must have snipers. You, I can't for the life of me find out why you're so
No,
relaxed with Titans going like,
no,
hi.
this technology, it has like that's one of the things that people say is kind of a, depending on who you ask, but it's kind of a plot
Yeah,
hole because like they're going with the idea that it's like pirate tech or whatever because pirates didn't have like snipers or whatever. But I feel like even if you had like a you know a musket or something, like I get Titans regenerate or whatever, but if you figured out that killing them at the nape of the neck is how you kill a Titan, I feel like
yeah.
yeah, I would our research and R&D would be like dedicated to firearms and small munitions. I mean, they do have small munitions. I mean, as you get throughout the
Yeah.
series. But I'm just saying, I feel like I would have had a bigger, like, forget this ODM gear stuff. Like, all this money you're spending on ODM gear and all the stuff you're developing for ODM gear, I would just be developing firing squads and
You
trying to get to rapid fire as quick as possible so that you can start shooting these things
know,
in the neck, because if you shoot it
in,
in the neck it'll hit the nape eventually, like
yeah, explosive rounds at least, Nyana, that explode on impact. So if you know if you hit anywhere in the neck, an explosive wide enough to knock its head off. Work with,
anyway.
but here's another piece of brilliant writing that you learn from these things, right?
Yeah,
Uh, One, they never actually implicitly show them attacking the nape of the person's neck as a weakness. They show that this humanity is not, they're attacking something. So you could see they're attacking they might be attacking a blind spot or something like that. We don't know. So in this episode, we don't know that these things actually have a weakness. But at
yeah,
the same time, we don't we see that the weapons they have are kind of outdated.
yeah,
And then you also realize by the design, okay, this is episode one. In episode two, you have something that shows more government.
mm.
Anyway,
Yeah. And then yeah, so they kick in, people are trying to fight, and evacuate people or whatever, because this is the fall of Shiganshina. They
hmm
explain that it's like it's the Shiganshina district, and then it's Wall Maria, and then Wall Rose, I believe. And then
hmm
there's three walls. I forgot what the third one is, or the most inner wall or whatever.
Yeah, it's
Um
Maria Rose and something.
yeah, so I forgot the third one.
Mm.
You'll write it in the comment section down below, people. Um
Watch them.
mm, but yeah, anyway, then after that, after they retreat and whatever, what's this? Then there's a second wall of defense because the giant titan disappears, right? And then there's a
Yes.
second, yeah, then there's a another layer of defense, and then we get the armored titan. So they throw two
I
titans
like
at,
that
yeah.
this is in episode two because remember episode one ends with
Oh yes, sorry, I'm skipping. Yeah. So anyway,
episode
yeah,
one.
yeah,
They
yeah,
find that the house has
yes,
fallen
on the mom, yeah,
on the mom. Her legs are broken. She's busy telling these kids, "Run for your lives."
yeah.
And this is where, like I said, it fell into the disaster catharsis, I guess, or whatever it's called, because we have so many stories throughout, and in a land that's disaster prone as Japan, there are so many stories where the parents say, "Save my kid,"
Mm,
and they literally pile over the body of the kid as the building collapses, and the baby is the only thing that survived. There are many, look, there are many very, very sad stories, and you see this thing playing out to
mm,
that type of audience to make you feel the weight of the disaster. And it's kind of brilliant writing. I'm not gonna deny it, because you get to feel that a kid, it's too late for me. But then the kids are not, there's no kid on earth that's gonna say, okay, mom, bye-bye.
mm,
Peace. They're going to try and pull, and then when a soldier comes, the first thing she says is save my kids.
mm.
Not I'm going to, and then this dumb soldier's like, I'm going to save the day. Yay. And
Yeah,
they
and
go
then
to
he
like,
runs up and he sees that smiling. Look, I get it in both instances because the first time he's just like, "Yeah, I'm a soldier. This is what I'm supposed to do." If he was a scout for real would have dealt with that Titan no problem. But he's
yeah.
not a scout. He's a soldier of the inner walls. He's like one of the protector guards or whatever the hell. So already you're just like,
Basically, he's a stormtrooper.
yeah,
Yeah, now I get, yeah.
yeah. So it's just like ASAP. Like if a stormtrooper sees a giant Darth Vader walking towards him, I feel like the stormtrooper will be like, "Hey,
Let's save the kids. Yeah.
or not, or one of the rebels, and you're not the like one of the rebels in the hall or whatever, and like Darth
Mm.
Vader is walking towards you with a lightsaber, and you can see you can see your blaster is not working, Chief. Like if somebody turned around and ran, you'd be like, "Yeah, I get it."
I get it. It's
Yeah.
sad. It sucks. But
Mm,
I do get it. It's like you have to. It also shows a level of this is where it was like the precursor to the isekai tropes, I guess, where I'm talking about clicking overload trope
mm,
where the hero doesn't necessarily save the day,
mm,
and his strength may not necessarily be enough.
mm,
And sometimes the biggest act of courage you can do is to protect the life that's to find being saved to all the lives that you can actually save,
mm,
because ultimately he knocks down the smiling titan. If he succeeds, what next? There's still a house on top of that woman,
mm.
and I don't care how strong you are. That house ain't gonna move because everyone else is running. Usually relief comes
After the disaster, not
after
during.
the not during you're saving as many lives as you can. Then
Mm,
relief comes and say, okay, there's a person trapped under this house.
mm.
And then how, even because her legs are broken, I was like thinking, woman, play dead or something. And I was like, these people, it's like these giants know exactly where these humans are. I can see you.
But anyway, yeah. Then yeah, he takes. I forgot the guard's name, but he takes Mikasa and Eren and runs. And
Mm.
then the Smiling Titan grabs Eren's mom and has
Yummy.
yeah basically opens her up like a bar one. And then yeah, it's the end of the episode, and Eren just watches his mom get killed. Which again, when we get into the later seasons of this thing, somebody needs to explain how the hell this works. But anyway,
Lord.
yeah. So then we get into episode two, and we open up with episode two, and Eren is pissed. Which I mean, rightfully so. He just saw
Rightfully
his
so.
mom. He just saw his mom get eaten. Wire live on live in stereo, and then
Sure.
yeah, and then like the guard or whatever, he tells Eren, it's like, "You're a kid. You didn't have the power to save your mom." And when I saw that thing, I was in bricks. Like
Yeah, no,
I,
he said you do not have the strength to save your mom, and I did not have the courage to save her.
mm.
Mm.
So yeah, basically they're just like, yeah, it is what it is. And then they
Mm.
managed to get, and then also this is when people finally start getting to the boats, and then the part that I was talking about with the armored titan, because now this wall is supposed to be able to hold it's like
Yeah, it was
it's
an
a little
inner.
bit stronger. Like the further you get into Paradise, the stronger the
Yes.
walls get. So this one
Mm.
was holding out the Titans, and then the Armored Titan came through, and then that's when they threw cannon fire at this thing, and it was bouncing off of the Armored Titan.
I just want to say something very important. One, the mere design of the King Shu, what's the name of the village?
Paradise Island.
No, no, no. Where
Oh,
Eren was
Shiganshina.
living. Shiganshina is an epic example of classism because what the hell?
Uh,
So there's a bump in the out. So you're not even living in behind one of the walls. You're living in a bump of an outcrop led to pull in all these titans from all around the area so that they can keep shooting them from all these other guys, of which they weren't because it's just supposed to break it attract the titans there anyway.
mm,
And then these people so happen to live behind those walls.
mm,
So I think oh, another thing that like you can see there's a lot of this whole city, there's whole wall, triple wall, whatever, heavily influenced by Basing Say. I don't care if, if people are gonna tell me otherwise.
there is no
Heavily.
reference in Attack on Titan. There is no
Ah,
in Attack on Titan.
I was waiting for like the inner gut to be wearing those hats and walking in like because I was thinking like, oh, more. And what happened in episode 2 overproved what I was thinking. Like, Basing say 2.0, lower city, middle city, upper city, Imperial Palace.
Mm,
You know what I'm talking about?
mm,
So I was
yep.
already getting those vibes. I'm okay, Basing say. But
Eh, and then yeah, after the the Titan smashes through and then he kills those other guards, and then I think
is
he like poses aura farms for the camera, and
starts
then
opening his mouth and fire comes out.
yeah, and then I think
Peace! Ching!
and then I think after that, that's when we get to the boats. People are getting onto the boats,
Yes.
and
And
we seeing people like say throw away your belongings and all of that stuff.
you don't need them.
Yeah.
You know.
So yeah, throw away all of that stuff, and then after that, then Eren has the soliloquy where he says, "I'm going to kill them all. I'm going to drive them
Yeah.
out." And what's this? And basically, you see on his face that yeah, this is his shonen anime, speech or whatever. Where
Yeah.
I'm going to be the Hokage, but then we get to the later part of the series.
Remember that. Yeah, you're gonna kill all the Titans. Yeah, hold on to that thought. Mm, mm, yeah, at least Lelouch stuck to his principles till the very end. He didn't go wishy-washy with his ideals. It's like I'm going to destroy and remake the world from the get-go.
But yeah, anyway, so that's where we get Eren's like current philosophy and all of that stuff.
Yes.
Armin is also like, whoa, bro. And then we hit a time skip. Yeah, we hit a time
Not
skip.
not even a time skip because we have that. We have the oh yeah, we do have we it goes further on that is it a time skip? Yeah, it is
Yes, it
because we
is
have a
because
scene
they're
where
they're they're bigger now. They're grown, like Eren,
no,
and then
that's the end of the episode. I'm saying still during that time where he's still living there that at the refugee whatever. And one
oh
of the
yeah, sorry,
soldiers says
yes. Sorry, I skipped
uh,
that.
uh, and
Yeah.
what
So then basically, we arrive at the point where thingy. So they get to the inner wall. They get to I think it's Wall Rose, I believe, or is it Maria? I can't. One of the
yeah.
walls. One of the walls. One of the more fortified walls. Or whatever. And then
Hmm.
after they get there, what's this? After they get there, then that's when we get the soldiers who are just like basically he's saying a few more people they could have eaten a few more, like the Titans could have eaten a few more or whatever, so then we could have more of our supplies, and it's just like, dude, fuck you.
I at that point I agreed. I kicked him as well. Out of like I kick him. This is
But
where out of
Aaron, go for
God,
the nuts. Why are you kicking
yeah,
shins?
he has to like
No one has taught this kid how to fight.
fight dirty. Yeah, out of right took those manberries. He doesn't need
Yes.
them.
Oh my God. You will not, yeah, it's like you will not procreate, fool. That's the first thing you do. Like, where is your fight? Like, dog, where's your scrapping instincts? Like, that's the first thing you do, especially when the dude is bigger than you. And yeah, oh, you didn't even have to kick. You could have punched. You had direct access, Chief. Why were you,
Yeah.
this is why you need to learn how to fight people.
Okay.
Okay, I was about to make a joke where I was like, nope, I'm not doing that.
I'm not saying anything because it sounds nasty, but anyway,
Yeah.
continue.
Well, I'm just saying, we were going to talk about Mortal Kombat eventually. I was like, Aaron just needed to take a couple of lessons from Johnny Cage. Fatality. But anyway, yeah, and then they beat him up or whatever, and then Armin comes in with Talk no Jutsu, basically, to be like, yeah, you know, Naruto was looking at him like blonde hair, blue eyes, and you talk to people. No, but the only difference is that people think Naruto doesn't like to fight. Naruto will bust your spleen in half.
No. Naruto is
break your ribs.
People forget. People just see the fourth Hokage's son. They don't forget that his mother is also in there, and mom was never about peace. Mom was all about the man. Like, who are you calling what? What are you saying about mom?
No,
Kushina is right there.
Kushina used to throw hands before words. Like, you say anything to her.
You said what?
Like the fact that she whooped a genin when she didn't even take the first lesson in the academy. Like, she didn't complete any lessons in the academy when that genin ran up on her. Like, she hadn't done a henge, she hadn't thrown a kunai, and she was like, bring it, bitch.
And there's me not going like, I'm a married that woman.
No, I was just saying, as a ninja, if I was in the Ninja Academy and I was a professor and I saw that happen, I'll tell you to retire today. Bring me your headband. What do you mean somebody who's never even gone through the academy beat you in a one-on-one?
Not even go through a kid.
No, kid is one thing, because we know in Naruto everybody is
younger than you.
Yeah, but I'm saying kid is one thing, because we know Naruto 7-year-old assassins are running around. We get that. Yeah. But I'm saying she never even studied. She just did that on raw talent and strength alone, and she she made you run after she beat up your brother and then made you go fetch the bigger brother and then beat up that bigger brother who was actually a genin.
In front of you.
Yeah, but anyway, long story short, Armin does talk no jutsu, and then the guy's like, oh, well, you should be grateful that we are, letting you eat or whatever the hell. He's like, you're not starving because of us.
Now, from a moment, I was like, okay, Aaron, you deserved that outburst too. Kid, Scotland 10 hours vouching for you.
No, this is when eventually Armin and Mikasa have to settle him down and just be like, dog, if you die, there's no point.
I don't want this food. I'm not gonna beg. I'm gonna.
Like, you don't have nothing to eat. You don't have nothing to eat.
I'm so glad Mikasa was there to embody his mom's spirit. Finally, someone. Mikasa must have been some quarter African because it clapped mucho. I was like, you know what?
This is when people were comparing her to Sakura at this point in the story. That's why I was like, nah, I don't see it. Because Sakura just let Sasuke. I'm saying Sakura let Sasuke do anything. Sasuke would let Sakura talk them, but like Sakura would let Sasuke just say whatever he wanted or whatever. Like Mikasa was getting active in Aaron's face. So I was just like, yeah, that's when, but I mean, this is also early days. So nobody was thinking about that. The Sakura comparisons really come in, I would say, season 2, season 3.
She smacked some sense into him because and then she force fed him. That's the last part, like, yeah, yeah, Scotland, do you know how much you had to slave to get this food?
Yeah.
And now you're basically, eat, eat, you complain later.
Yeah, and then after that, then after that, that's when I believe we get the time skip. Like, Aaron says that he's going to drive out
That's
the
what, yeah,
Titans, and then we
because,
get the time skip.
yeah, and then Mikasa's like, I'll join you. And then I mean, it's like, I'll join you too. No, we
Uh,
also, whoa, sorry. We have possibly the darkest moment in this entire episode where, because of the food shortage and the people, there wasn't enough food made from working the outskirts of those farms, the government came up with like, we need to reclaim this land and shipped up 250,000 civilians and said, no, go fight for your homeland back.
oh yeah. And then not even 200 made it. Basically, they sent them as lambs to the slaughter to reduce numbers.
Yeah, because then suddenly, oh wait, the food supply is now. Well, we can all eat, guys.
And you know, and
Government.
also when you see and the thing that's crazy is that when you look inside those government halls or whatever, none of those guys look starving, none of those guys look hungry. So it's like, are the food
Yes.
shortages? Are there food shortages, or are you just doing a chokehold on the food supply and hoarding all the food for yourselves?
Eat the rich. Sometimes I'm saying, I'm sorry.
I thought we weren't
So
getting canceled.
because I was born in a certain place, I need to go out there and risk my life. Because of your ineptitude as a government, I now need to go and die
Mm.
because you don't have you didn't properly adequately prepare for any worst case scenarios. Aye. No, the vortex are gonna fly out of my mouth. Like, hey, Master. Yeah.
No, that's why there's a certain country where I'm just like, guys, like they be talking about, you know what you call a video before you post it, it's like a draft.
Yes.
Like certain people are like, I'm not doing the drafts, say. I'm not doing those rough version of the videos. So,
No, I'm not.
because I'll tell you now, like they're like, if you want to make me do rough versions of the videos, you must understand I'm going to mess up that editing bay.
Yeah.
That editing bay is not going to look the same when I'm done. So,
Anyway, let's remain calm and move on. So that's when
that's
after
the
the
most.
the
If
kids,
anybody gets that, that is the most coded message I think I've ever said ever in the history of ever. It's like if you get that one, props to you. But anyway,
comment below if you get it. Comment with a heart emoji or a thumbs up emoji. No, don't even say what you understand. If people don't get it, they don't get it. Just thumbs up. You understood what the reference is about. Nothing in detail. We don't need responses. We don't need people who don't get it to get attention to this thing.
yeah. Anyway,
But what I wanted is like the moment was that was it Amin's father or uncle or brother or
no, it was
whoever?
his father. It was his parents. His
Yeah, so
parents got
they
sent out.
and dead, 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 dead to me often, and that's when
And
they
I don't even
decided
think
I'm
they
gonna
sent
go
them
into
with
the
gear. I don't even think they sent them with gear. I think they sent them with pitchforks to fight Titans,
yes,
which is okay. Anyway, that's why when we get to
look,
the end, that's why when we get to the end part of the story, again, I have an issue with this whole thing in general.
Operation Human Slot, a Human Shield.
Yeah. Okay. Anyway, so we get So people didn't make it, and then we get the time skip where everybody's now in training,
Yeah,
and they're getting yelled at by this bald dude who's very angry and is very upset.
I I'll never laugh at. Look, I like the way he was asking like why do you want to join, and he's busy making fun of that stupid plan because some of these kids like you're joining the army so that you can live a better life. Yeah, nice choice of career path, sir.
Mm,
All of it as you will get that old. But the best one my favorite one by far, my favorite character was
okay,
the
but
potato.
I think that's third episode, so we
Oh, okay.
skipping.
No,
Anyway,
no, it look with the second episode ends with him. And Rolly that's standing there and he's like, yeah, right now you're worth less than nothing, but I gotta tune you up to become human fodder.
Mm.
And that's how it ends.
And then
Episode three
yeah,
starts with the guy asking, why do you want to join? And everybody gives that word answer. I was hoping we was gonna ask Aaron. Aaron was gonna tell him the truth. I want to kill every last one of those bastards. I
yeah,
will dance in that blood. But
but then
but
here's the thing. Then also, what's nice about the episode is that he starts skipping people, and
yes,
like they just make a comment that is like nothing he can do at this point can scare somebody that's seen a Titan live.
yeah.
Like there's nothing you can say, there's no form of intimidation that's going to get
Mm,
them, that's going to be like, oh my god, I'm scared. It's like, no, I saw hell wire, chief. I saw it live action.
yeah. Then we have Then we have Mrs. Potato Girl. Like I saw a
Mm,
steamed potato. I grabbed it. I'm eating it. Like you stole it. No, it would be a shame for you to let it cool down and nobody was touching it. So,
mm. And then it's like now
so
you'll
like,
run, and now you'll run 50
no.
laps.
The question is like, why are you eating the potato? Are you asking why humans need to eat potatoes? I don't know. Want some? Like, oh, sorry, maybe do you want a potato?
If I was bald dude, I'd have taken a potato. I'm not
I,
even gonna lie.
I,
I would have taken a potato.
I am so impressed at how he kept such a straight face. I would have burst up laughing. I'd have been laughing so hard. Oh my
But you can't be laughing at the military
God.
recruits to fight Titans.
You are by far the dumbest person I have ever had here. It's unannoying. I'd have
Dishonor.
laughed at her. Yeah, I'd have laughed at her, told her that she's the same, and made her run. Like, girl, you know what? Let's put the potato you just put in your stomach to good use. Run.
Isan.
But
Anyway,
then, what brings me to my next point is, girl, your stamina. She ran until late at night.
mm,
Yeah, she's definitely social material. She'll outrun a damn titan at this rate.
Potris is huge.
Yeah.
I'm saying the Potris is
Ah,
huge.
with the amount of stamina. All you need to do is like, girl, there's a potato over there. Vroom. Gone over the horizon.
Hey, anyway, yeah. So yeah, he's this guy's I forgot what his name was.
Yeah.
I just know he says you have the unfortunate pleasure of knowing me. I will not welcome you, and all of
Yes.
that stuff. And
Shall
then
not be a warm welcome.
yeah, should not be a warm welcome. And then I think we get to see a shot of some people going home, and then Aaron, which
Yes.
take note of this. Aaron says, I guess if you can't cut it, you are forced to go home or whatever the hell,
Mm,
because there's a bunch of people who get forced to be farmers because they weren't able to cut it.
yes.
And then this is when we get introduced to Connie, the bald Krillin type.
Yeah.
Yeah, he makes the mistake of doing the Sasageyo on the wrong side, and it makes the general grab his head very disrespectfully. So
Yes.
yeah,
If you want to salute, do it right. God damn it, you disrespectful, discombobulated little child.
yeah,
Who told you to salute like that?
yeah, which wild. But anyway, yeah. So then they find out that Eren is from Shiganshina, and everybody gathers around Eren's table, and they want to find out how big the Titan is, how like
It
strong the
walked over
Titan
the
is.
table.
Yeah, and it's like
It stepped over the wall, did
yeah,
it?
and all of that stuff, and they're trying to fight, they're trying to figure out what, like, how is it to like experience Titan. And then like one of the guys in the crowd is just like, everybody like ease up, like this is a very traumatic experience for somebody. I don't think you want to treat it like it's a fire camp story.
You know? And then there was that Nepo baby that wants to live in the lap of luxury. And he straight up told him, uh,
I believe that is John. Is it the purple haired kid?
no, he's a blonde kid who only joined because he wanted to move up to the second level.
Oh, and then this is
You
when
become
Eren goes on his tirade about he wants to kill Titans, or he wants to get the
Yes.
Titans or whatever. And then we get introduced to John. And John
Yes.
is the character where he's just like, oh yeah, I wouldn't want to be like one of these guys who are playing tough or etc., and on all of those things. And then Aaron says, "Is like, are you talking about me?" And the thing about Aaron is he's like Vegeta, but he can't fight. It's like you talk a great game, Chief, but what if this guy just jujitsus you and then it's KO? Because we have not seen you win one fight.
And that I think that's and then we hear the one important line because Mikasa comes to the rescue again. And this guy tries to mag on her. It's like, oh, you've got lovely hair. Thanks.
Gone.
God. And she straight up tells Aaron, when you get emotional, you seldom think things through.
Mm.
And when I heard that line, I was like, and scene.
Mm.
We have now discovered the core essence of this character.
And then, but this is also where you find out that she is like dedicated to this, bro. Like, oh,
Yes.
like it's so
And,
sad to it's so sad to see a woman like this sometimes where they're so dedicated to a bra who just does not notice,
and
and
there
you're
he
just like,
go.
ah,
There she goes, like, oh, your hair's getting too long. You should cut it. How long should I cut it? And you just see the other guy's like, God, what did you do? He
yeah.
rubbed his head on the other kid's back. What the hell did you put on? What did
my
you have? Did you
trusted
smear on
my my
my
trusted
trusted
others.
my trusted others?
Shame Jin. Shame Jin.
Yo,
Wait, am I getting his
see,
name right?
whatever his name was.
Yeah, Attack on Titan. I believe, yeah, Jean. Is it Jean or Jean? I think it's Jean.
Mm,
Yeah, I think it's John. Somebody will, will say.
yeah,
Um, but anyway, yeah, and so yeah, John, yeah, he's basically then he like apologizes or whatever. They shake hands, and then yeah, we get that scene that we just discussed now. And then we get the first day of training, I believe, where everybody has to go onto the ropes and stuff. And we see that Mikasa is just she's the Uchiha, or basically like
she
Mikasa.
was the Sasuke. She was the
Yeah.
Sasuke of the group. Oh, okay. I can see what the kid had made the comparison on to Sakura because Sakura got the chakra control lesson before the other two. So
Oh yeah.
I guess that's the only fair comparison at this point because she got that, she got it first, we got it first. Yay. And then there was Naruto, actually useless. In the first lesson. And
Could it?
panicking.
Yeah. So yeah. Um, which is an indicator that he worked hard. People who say that Naruto didn't work hard, but anyway. But back to this. Yeah, so then Aaron is suffering. He's upside down like for 80% of the lesson, and people are like, hey, Chief, you might not make the cut. So
Yeah, you might be.
Aaron goes around and he is like so desperate to fight Titans that he even starts begging the people that he was beefing with in the beginning.
Yeah, tell me your secret. This is that's the difference between him and Vegeta. At least Vegeta used to keep his resentments to himself. This one was made it everyone's problem. Come on, I need to kill them.
And then we run into Bertolt and Reiner, which make sure you
Yes,
remember those names.
remember
So
those names.
yeah, so Bertolt and Reiner they end up having a conversation with Aaron, and I think yeah, Bertolt is the one who starts is talking about his history and his family and all of those things. And basically, like Bertolt is talking to Aaron, and they have a connection because Bertolt basically is like,
Amazing.
yeah, because Patel basically says to him, "You're not like you're not like everybody else in here that's like ignorant to what it is to
To,
deal with Titans."
yes,
Because there's other people who are like in the bunkers and they're laughing and like chopping it
having
up
a
and
good
chatting and
time.
having a good time, and it's like they
Like
don't know what's waiting for them out there.
the devil himself is busy smiling at them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so
So
then they take a walk and basically Bertolt and Reiner lead them to like a little like enclave, and then we
lake.
like or a lake thing, and then
Yeah,
like
Balashap.
yeah,
That was the first thing
mm,
that came to mind. Lilithap.
yeah.
Okay, fine. Oh, it's the view. Hey,
Yeah.
look at me, cynical and bitter. That's what I was thinking.
Yeah, and then Reiner says that his only goal is to get back to his homeland. Obviously, they are thinking that it's where the
Foreshadowing.
yeah, it's where the Titans busted through. That's where everybody else is thinking at that time when you're watching the story,
Yes.
obviously. And then Reiner gives Reiner gives what's this Aaron like he gives him some advice. He's like, adjust your belt or whatever. Make sure that your belt is, I don't know, he says secure or something. Or
Mm,
fasale banta hand fit somewhere.
mm. And
Yeah,
I believe in you. Sharp.
yeah, sharp. And then sage wisdom out. Drop the mic. And then after that, then we get back to the training facility,
Yes.
and Aaron finally is starting to do it. Like he's starting to
For
manage the
for
balance.
point for 0.2 seconds, and then he
Yeah,
falls again.
and then everybody's just like, huh? And then the commandant or the general who's training everybody tells
Yeah.
Aaron tells another guy to switch with Aaron, and then
Switch belts.
yeah, switch belts, and then
Yeah.
basically when they switch belts, Aaron is doing it effortlessly, and then he's like,
Mm.
yeah, you qualify as a soldier, train hard, and Aaron is
Because no, they found out that the belt was malfunctioning because
yeah, oh yeah,
something
yeah, yeah,
was working, which is unusual. But with this belt, he was never going to make it.
yeah.
So it's all due to faulty equipment. So you make it as a soldier, and people like, but he managed to get it right for how long? With this faulty belt? Wow, hell! Suddenly there was like,
This is when you get the expectation that, oh, maybe Aaron might be built like that, and
maybe
we'll talk.
Aaron might what?
I'm saying maybe Aaron is
You
built
said what?
different. I'm saying maybe Aaron is built different. Maybe he's getting his protagonist powers finally because he managed to do the
But
exercise with a faulty belt, and no one would be able to
mm,
do that. So it's just like,
but what got me going was the episode ends with the training guy calling out to the guy's father by name. Aaron's dad by name is like, if your kids are finally eligible to become soldiers. And I was thinking, ooh, another subtle hint.
mm.
Foreshadowing.
Also
Something to think about.
shout out to Mikasa saying that, oh no, this is Aaron not wanting to leave me, and I'm like, you're making this about you, and
As usual.
I was like, that is not what was going through his mind at all. Armin was correct.
Armin wants to kill all these guys. Mikasa, get it through your head. Kill the
Yeah,
Titans.
he only has a Titan boner at this stage.
Yes. You have hormones? What are hormones? What are ovaries? What? Never heard of those. You're just a person.
I want Titans dead.
Yes.
That's what does it for me.
He- that's all he's dreaming about, the death of the Titans. Ooh. Ooh, die. Die, Titan, die.
Yeah, and then
Mm.
yes, but then yeah, what's this? Grisha meets up with the commandant, and the commandant says that, yeah, your kids are becoming soldiers, and
Yeah.
I forgot how Grisha reacts to it, but I think he's like, oh, ooh, or something like that. Like he is excited.
Because then we have this scene where they're busy flying now and busy doing epic. Like I was trailing with my chair, they were doing that
Oh
in
yeah,
the sky with
sideways.
these things. Sometimes I look at this technology like, you know, yeah, develop this ridiculously overpowered technology for you to fly, or get a gun develop a bazooka basically.
Yeah,
Which one
I don't know.
works?
Like the R&D department, I feel like they needed to prioritize long range weaponry.
If there's one universe that could have used a Mayuri, it's that one.
Yeah, yeah. Because look,
I mean,
we get to another character later, and she's like, "You are trying, Mara. It's not. You are trying, and we see you are trying, but it's not. You're not
mm,
pulling it through. If you get what I'm saying."
yep. Mm. Anyway,
But
so this I think this concludes episode 3, right?
yeah, that concludes episode 3. Yo, we got through this fast, didn't we? How did we do that?
Did we?
We started half past
We
8.
fast? Oh,
It's an hour 10.
okay.
And especially us two. What happened?
You saw the way I saw the way the surprise is so genuine. Like,
Nani?
yo, this can't be the statistics.
What? Did we get hit with a genjutsu? What happened?
Well, I guess it's because these episodes don't really have that much in terms of plot.
Or they're
There's
kind
a
of
lot of
all
fish.
one. I think it's kind of all one continuous, like this. Basically, these 3 episodes are the entire opening. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? It's inciting incident and its development. So,
yeah.
like, if you talk about them in isolation, there's not much, but you have to connect all 3 of them together.
That is true. That is true. Back in the day where seasons are 24 episodes long, I looked at this thing like this was 24 episodes.
Yep.
Shame. Netflix screwed us over in more ways than one.
Mm.
I'm not gonna lie. Streaming head plot storylining and plot development is harder than anything else. Because now every episode needs to be basically its own mini movie with enough action to keep the engagement.
Well, I think the problem is that the model is. I think the writers got lazy because of the model.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think the model itself definitely hurt the whole anticipation because one of the strongest things about Attack on Titan was giving things room to breathe so people could speculate and talk about stuff online and all of those things. But definitely the model with the binging, the reason why it gets hurt a lot is because, I mean, in the beginning when writers were still, writing, they were just like, we have to write this thing in one continuous chunk and block and make sure that all of it fits together. But I think as the years went by, writers just started like saying, oh, we're releasing everything, so we might as well not build up suspense and intrigue. Whereas just like,
Yeah,
that's a mistake. Like, you don't do that. Like, even if the episode is coming out right now or the next episode, you still try to keep some secrets within the other episodes. Like,
let me
again,
tell you
I'm on
something.
a K-drama kick, and K-drama has its tropes, and it also has their problems. It's not all sunshine and rainbows. I'm on, I think, my 15th one, and I'm already noticing patterns where I'm just like, you guys are dragging this out for the sake of dragging out. But one thing they do is they will make a mystery where you are like, what the hell is this about? Like,
Hey,
there'll be one character where you're just like, where did he come from? What is going on? And then they will do the anime backstory reveal in the 15th episode, and you're like, oh my god, what? Like,
so
I was watching Flower of Evil, and basically there was a huge plot twist where I don't want to spoil it, but there was a huge plot twist where one character was connected to another character, and that character was like the parent of the main character, and somehow those characters are still intertwined together, and you're just like, I did not see that one coming.
yeah,
But it's released all together. So what I'm trying to say is that, even if it's the binging model, still keep some secrets. Even if they're
yeah,
going to be revealed in the next 5 minutes, it's still a reveal. It's still a ooh. So
yeah,
anyway, but yeah.
yeah.
Anyway,
Mark my words, kids. When my comics and anime get published online, you're gonna get 24 episodes. It's going to come up week by week. You're going to suffer like we did, and you're gonna say, "No, you're gonna lose viewership." You're not, because it's gonna end up. The reason shows like Nip Tuck lasted this long is because each episode you'd be like, "Oh, this is disgusting. I'll never watch again." And guess what? Friday night, quarter to 11. Make me beautiful. That's me. You'll know the words of the intro song. You'll watch every Michael's. There won't be a skip intro for
oh
my
my
animes.
god.
You will watch every single millisecond because I will have worked on it.
Dun, dun, dun. Nasiba has finally gotten the sword of Michael. Will he be able to defeat this enemy in time? Or will he lose once more? Find out in the
Find
next
out in the
episode
next
of War
episode
Angel.
of War Angel. Dun, 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 dun.
and then gone for a week, and you're like,
For a week.
why? But when? And then last time, finally.
Fridays at 4:30. I want kids to be at home. There'll be no more soccer practices. There'll be no kids watching. They'll be like, Chomi, yeah, fast forward. Everyone's going. Even trying to know, dude.
And then you have Lasiba stand there for 20 minutes. I finally have the sword of Michael. I've been training to master this ability for eons and eons. It has been a very arduous journey. And the villain will be like, even if you have the sword of Michael, you don't think that you can stop me, for I have all of the saints' swords combined. And I have, and it starts revealing his backstory. And then I was like, are you sure about that? Well, I'll show you the power of Michael. Din, 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 din. Lasiba has finally taken a stance and is prepared to fight the enemy. What is going to happen?
There'll be a spike in destroyed phones, punched television screens, destroyed laptops. That's the level of suspense I'm gonna give
you. Hey, dog, Goku and Vegeta. Imagine Vegeta, one of the most painful fights where they talk for a whole episode, and then one kick, and then that guy comes in, and you're like, no, man.
Trunks versus Cell. The whole episode was Trunks powering up. The whole episode. Anyway, guys, we should wrap things up right now.
Yeah, we should. Yeah. So thank you so much for lasting up until this point. You are spectacular and all of those things. What did you think? We're not doing the whole series right now, so just tell us what you thought about these first 3 episodes. What was your first experience with Attack on Titan? Are you experiencing Attack on Titan now and all of that stuff? Let us know in the comment section down below. And tell us your most iconic shot of the 2013 to 2020 era of anime. I'm kind of interested to see what people's take is on that, because I still think that shot of the Titan over the wall hasn't been beaten yet in modern and in modern anime or whatever. So I just want to know what people's take is on that and all of that stuff. Talk to us in the comment section down below. Yeah, make sure to like, share, and subscribe. Ring that bell for notifications so you know when we're dropping more videos like this. And the Mzansi Nerds Plus podcast will see you all in other videos, because we have to be out for now, everybody. Peace.